Hello, you join me here in sunny Riga and I'm going to be touring all of Latvia's 122 car parks of the country, and I'm going to be taking you there with me. Only joking, obviously not. I'm going to be doing something even more boring and tedious, and that is taking a few photos with my Nikon FE2 with this new 50mm lens that I bought off eBay recently. So why are we talking about prime lenses? Well, recently I had a thought, which is the best lens, the best focal length for travel photography? Maybe you're thinking that travel photography is a bit grand of a term for what I do. So let's rephrase the question. Which is the best focal length for taking a few photos whilst on holiday? So we're going to be starting off with the 50mm lens, and maybe in a few months we'll try a few different focal lengths like a 28 and a 35. But for now, let's focus on Riga. I've only got a very short amount of time this morning before I need to get on with the important things that I need to do today. So I'm just going to set 20 minutes on my timer, take a few photos, and then hopefully later this evening come back out to take more photos. Okay, I'm back out now. It's the evening time, around about 7 o'clock, so I've got just less than an hour of sunlight left. Interesting enough, whilst I've been walking around Riga today, and this probably sounds stupid and pretentious, but I've almost been seeing the world in like a 50mm focal length. So I've seen some photo ideas that I wanted to do, and the first location that I want to go photograph and revisit is the Freedom Monument. So let's head over there now. I've had a few thoughts about just using the 50mm lens then, and I've got to say one of the main limitations is how far back you need to be away, especially for, you know, the kind of things that I'm photographing. For example, if you look over to the building here, obviously with the GoPro you can see, you know, see the whole world, but from here, when I look through the 50mm through the viewfinder, I have to go all the way over to the fountain to, you know, get the whole building in. So that is one of the limitations, but I don't mind walking, so we're going to walk over to the fountain and take a photo of whatever this building is, the National Opera. So this lens that I bought off eBay, I paid the princely sum of £30 for, and I think the phrase "you get what you pay for" has never felt so true. It's not the clearest or sharpest lens to look through, so hopefully that doesn't affect the photos too much, but maybe it's a good life lesson that you should spend more than £30 on a camera lens. I've only brought with me one roll of film, and that is Portra 400, and I'm on 32 frames, so I'm going to save the last few photos for tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm going to get a good night's sleep. Obviously, I'm not going to go out late or get drunk or anything. I'm going to just go straight to bed now and see you guys in the morning. Here it is, the Academy of Science, and I would say it's Riga's most iconic Soviet building. And to be honest, I have no idea how I'm going to be able to fit it all in with this 50mm lens. Possibly I'm going to have to climb up a tree or lie on the ground. I'm not sure, but we're going to give it a go. So I think the 50mm lens really comes into its own whilst photographing people, maybe even street photography. Although I haven't really felt daring enough to photograph any strangers on this particular trip. So to sum things up, I have to give the lens one merit, and that is it does push you to sort of think a bit more about the photo that you're going to be taking. But obviously the biggest drawback is that it isn't really wide enough, in my opinion, to be able to fit the whole scene in. You've seen earlier where I've really had to, well, I've really struggled to get certain buildings fully in the frame. So yeah, let me know what you think. What's your favorite prime lens to take away on a trip, and which prime lens do you think that I should try next time? So to finish the Soviet section of this video, we're now going to be checking out the Victory Monument here in Riga, Latvia, a Soviet monument. I've been looking forward to seeing this since the start of the trip. I've always wanted to see the Victory Monument here in Riga. So they're knocking down the Soviet Victory Monument. Who knew that Latvia and Russia were having such tense relationships at the moment? And on that disappointment, I'm going to be leaving Latvia, and until next time, until a different country, I'll see you then.